It's USA MVP. I'm here to talk about the Malignaggi versus Zab Judah fight that happened last night. Going into last night's fight, as you know, I did a prediction video on that fight, and I predicted that Paulie's work rate was going to be too much for Zab Judah, and that Paulie was going to win on the cards. And that's basically exactly what happened. But Zab Judah did not throw anything. He was a stiff in the damn ring. Like, I didn't understand why he wasn't throwing back. It's not like Paulie's power is the type of power that keeps you honest in the ring. I feel like Zab got old overnight. He caught this Shane Mosley syndrome. He was just not throwing nothing the whole fight and just walking around the ring doing nothing. In my prediction video, I thought that, Zab was going to have the cleaner, more effective punches, but Paulie Malignaggi's work rate is going to win the rounds. But Zab didn't even have the cleaner, effective punches. It seemed like, Malignaggi had the more powerful punches last night too. And Zab, I thought he was going to be the aggressor in the fight. He was getting backed up by Paulie Malignaggi. I think it's about time that Zab hang up the gloves. After last night's showing, it's just like, how many more comebacks is this guy going to have? I think he was on his last straw. He needs to follow Shane Mosley's footsteps, and he needs to retire, to me personally. Malignaggi was talking about in the post-fight interview that he had something big for 2014, according to Al Heyman and the Watsons. He got a call. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Danny Garcia. I think that'll be a pretty good fight. Might give Danny Garcia some problems with his footwork and his movement. Could be the winner, Shawn Porter and Devin Alexander. It could even be a Mayweather fight. They said something big. Not that I think that Paulie Malignaggi deserves a Mayweather fight, and I don't think Paulie Malignaggi will win a Mayweather fight, but he got the whole Italian community in the Barclays Center following him. It means a big payday. Going to another fight, you had the Shawn Porter versus Devin Alexander fight. I didn't do a prediction video for that fight. Shawn Porter made his statement last night. I didn't think the fight was going to go that way. I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive. But Shawn Porter stayed low, got up in Devin Alexander's space and made it ugly. Devin Alexander was not able to get off his jab. He nullified that. Devin Alexander was not able to fight on the outside. He nullified that as well. He got in there. A lot of brutal punches to the body. Devin Alexander got beat up in there. To me, it was worse than when Tim Bradley beat him. I was not expecting that. But after watching last night's fight, I put Shawn Porter in my top 4 welterweights, hands down. He got in there. He looked like a modern-day Marvin Hagler. Great performance by Shawn Porter. Also, we had Lara versus Austin Trout. To me personally, I felt my opinion was biased because I'm personally a Trout fan, and I thought that Austin Trout was going to be able to maybe try to edge it out, even though my mind was telling me there's no way. I just felt like Lara was the better boxer, the stronger boxer, the cleaner punches, and better accuracy than Trout. Trout just had the volume, and he's not like an aggressive fighter in that manner to make it ugly for Lara. So it was Lara's fight. He won just about every round. I gave Trout 2 rounds, and I don't know if that's because of my biasness. And Lara, he put on a really good performance. He knocked Trout down, I think, in the 11th round. Had Trout doing splits. It was a good showcase for Lara. He said he wants to fight Canelo next. I think that Lara would destroy Canelo. It would stop his pay-per-view train of 3 pay-per-views next year. if Canelo wants to do those pay-per-views, he best not be fighting Lara next. It's just that's just a recipe for disaster for him, stylistically. Then you had the Sakio Bika versus Anthony Dirrell fight. In that fight, it was a close fight. I actually had Anthony Dirrell winning the fight when I scored it. But I can see how somebody would have Bika winning or it being a draw. So I can't really complain about last night's call. Anthony Dirrell should have had to take it to him on the final round instead of running around with his hands up like he just automatically knew he won the fight. He got beat up a lot on the ropes. He's not that elusive like his brother is. He didn't show any upper body movement. He was there to be hit, and he let Sakio Bika fight his fight. And when Sakio Bika is the champion, you don't let the champion fight their fight because it doesn't look good to the judges. So I think after last night, I think that Anthony Dirrell is just a good fighter, not as good as his brother. Do I think there's a need for a rematch? Probably not. I think they both should go on and probably fight different fights. Maybe somebody that's more stylistically a better match. I think even if they fight another fight, I think stylistically it's going to be a close fight again. It's just Anthony Dirrell, he doesn't have any foot movement. He stands there on the ropes thinking he's winning on the inside when he's not. He's winking at the crowd. You weren't that impressive to be doing that. That's just my opinion. So leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Don't just watch the video. Subscribe to the channel, usamvp. Also subscribe to my boy's channel, Boxing Wave. Follow me on Twitter at usamvp_boxing. All right.